January 2024 is quickly looking like a prime month for the crypto space, as a lot of people are waiting for Bitcoin ETFs. Some people have begun to forget about crypto gaming, which is okay, but there's some pretty serious gains to be made in the space still, and I think that we're going to be getting a bit of a resurgence in crypto gaming this month with a lot of new token launches, as well as the marketing dollars beginning to flow. So we're going to be going over the top 10 crypto gaming tokens. We do this every single month. If you enjoy this kind of content, like and subscribe, and let's get into it. We've actually been tracking the other ones so far. This one's up 205%. The one from last month is actually down around 13%, so that's always why it's important to go ahead and DCA into these things and don't always just throw everything in there, because sometimes you're just not going to get the right month for crypto. Things go up, things go down. It is what it is. Now let's go over the first token, Illumia Crowns. Now this is one that is brand new to my radar. Right now it's up 70%, so please do your own research on this one. I did a little bit of a degen buy. I bought it when it was around 50% up on the day. This thing right now on the month is up 361%. Just the past 7 days is up 406%, $19 million market cap. It's on Solana. It has a Solana NFT collection. Legends of Illumia. The actual token itself, Illumia Crowns, is used for governance events, access to exclusive character drops, and in-game activities, aka item minting, so within the in-game economy. And it also has an in-game database currency, which we don't care about, but it's important to note that this itself is a 2-token ecosystem, which a lot of crypto gaming tokens are going for. Why I wanted to mention it is because the Lazy Peon, which is personally my favorite MMORPG creator in the entire space, is actually advising for them now. This is the first time I've ever seen him do this. So I'm extremely bullish that he's going to drive the team in the right direction in terms of advisory. Went ahead, covered it 3 weeks ago. Seems like he had a good impression after this went live and the team actually began fixing some of the errors the game had. So I'm very bullish on this. This is a project that neglected marketing for a very long time, and now it looks like they're ready. Next one is going to be GameSwift. We've talked about GameSwift a couple times. We're actually up a lot on our GameSwift position, but I wanted to mention it again because I'm still very bullish on GameSwift. I still think there's a lot of room to run on GameSwift. It's only at a $37 million market cap. Yes, the fully diluted is big. We don't really care about that during a bull cycle, though. So G-Swift, it's an all-arounder. It's doing everything you need for crypto gaming development. It's a one-stop shop. Simple as that. People need it. People need these one-stop shops. They're building on these one-stop shops. They're introducing constantly brand new things. The GS Pay, not the biggest thing in the world, but just another thing on top of the many things that they're building. So I'm still very bullish on GameSwift. I still think there's a lot of room to go, and that's why I added it to this list. Next one is Playable. Playable, very simply, they recently had a catalyst on Nexus. Nexus is one of their games. It's a MOBA. It's fun. It's play to earn now, which is extremely cool. People are playing right now for a couple hours, actually earning the Playable token, which if you've seen the performance of this thing, I'll just put the all chart. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good to say the least. So right now I see a lot of hype entering because their DAU is beginning to increase because of this play to earn component, or play and earn, whatever you want to call it. There are a couple errors there, so it is what it is. But I do imagine that it's going to carry its momentum being in the Avalanche ecosystem and having nodes, which I'm always bullish on nodes. You know that. The next one is Shrapnel. Now, Shrapnel is a little bit of a sleeper here because it went down. A lot of people forgot it existed for quite some time. I don't know what happened there, right? People forgot it existed for some reason. I stopped seeing it on Twitter. I think this one's going to make a comeback. I think this one's going to make a comeback really strong. Avalanche is going to begin running once again. Shrapnel, one of the best games in the crypto gaming space. Can't ignore it. Myria, another play because of GALA, right? GALA, we also have a ton of Myria nodes, so we continue to cover Myria. Obviously, we continue to get Myria, so we have to continue to cover it. I think, when it comes to something like Myria, it's very simple. When their games actually end up coming out, they're going to have a huge surge because of DAUs. It's an indie studio. Essentially, they're getting a ton of indie games. They have a pretty big market cap, so it is what it is. But in terms of GALA to Myria market cap ratio, it's still pretty favorable for people that are on Myria right now. So the next one is a new one to this list. It's Treasure. Now, Treasure is the token, pretty much the crypto gaming token for this chain called Arbitrum. Now, Arbitrum is a layer 2. It's on Ethereum, right? And it's been doing pretty damn well over the past month. It's up 90% over just the past month. Versus, in comparison, this doesn't seem right. This was at 93 cents, and then now it's at $1.18. So it went up. I don't know why it's telling me it went down. But anyway, they've been doing pretty well as well. It's at a $302 million market cap. It's got quite a few games on it. I'll be honest with you. It's got quite a few games on it. It's got Pirate Nations, which I love Pirate Nations. Shout out to them. It's got the Beacon, Zverse. I've heard a bit of a talk. I think there's going to be a run on Treasure. I don't know if it's going to be this month, but I do think this is something that I'm going to be DCAing in. AKA, I've already done it. That's your call right there. So Ronin has been publishing DAU numbers, which only go up. I don't know if it's because there's some guy out there with 300 mobile phones or what, but they recently got Apron, which I'm very bullish on Apron. I'm also very bullish on Pixels. I think Pixels is doing things right. I don't know about their token. I don't know if I'd get the berry token, but I see Ronin being worth billions of dollars. So Ronin is something I continue to accumulate. Immutable, it's literally the grandfather of crypto gaming. You have to get Immutable. I don't need to explain this too much, but it's everything crypto gaming right now. I mean, it's got everything you need. I think it has like 400 games or something absolutely ridiculous, and solid games too. It's not like they're picking bad games. The next one is Honeyland. Now, I got Honeyland because of this thing right here. This is my Solana phone. Now, my Solana phone gets an airdrop of 50 of these little Honeyland tokens, which is like $10 or something like that. But it's important to say this because they have a lot of connections here. They got it on the Saga really quickly. They're on Solana. They have one of the best in-game economies. The gameplay, it's not crazy. It's not that great. It's whatever, right? Depends on what you're into, right? But it is live right now. It's on Google Play, Apple App Stores, and it's capitalizing on a trend that I think is going to be important, which is the Saga phone trend. Now, the last one is Seedify. The reason I wanted to put Seedify on here is because they have a lot of projects that are coming out. I want to talk about those projects specifically. Obviously, Seedify is very bullish. They have a lot of things going for them. You have to qualify for these actual launch pads. This is a launch pad. So if you want to get into these 9 different projects before the token comes out, well, you're going to need the Seedify token. There are different tiers for it. It means that people are going to want to accumulate a lot of this Seedify token to go ahead and get into these sales. Obviously, if you're in the US, it is what it is. But overall, there are a lot of people that are getting into Seedify right now. In terms of the projects that I'm looking forward to, I'm definitely looking forward to Storm Warfare. It's one of my favorites on Seedify right now. Bloodloop is awesome. Animalia recently had their Tundra Mint, which we talked about on the channel. 20 of these went from $80 to $400 on launch. Metadose is going to be pretty exciting. And I'm also looking into Boss Fighters VR, because Boss Fighter VR looks pretty cool. VR narrative is going to be something that comes up. So those are all things that I'm looking forward to. But that's overall going to be this video. We went over 10 crypto gaming tokens. I hope this was a good little TLDR of the space for 2024, January. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. I'll bring it to you tomorrow too. Stay classy, and that's all.